Solo female travel safety. It is the #1 concern that women have about traveling on their own. Because adventure is amazing, but not if anxiety is riding shotgun. So get ready for the gear that saved me when my battery died, the emergency tool that I keep within reach, and the phone settings that every solo traveler should turn on. These are the 6 safety essentials that help me trust myself out there. And real quick, if you want more solo safety videos like this, just comment the word SAFE below. It really does help me know what to make for you next. I'm Bing from Wonder Bing Travel, and it's my mission to equip and inspire women like you to seek and find both freedom and wonder as you solo road trip. First, let's talk about the thing that I probably get asked about the most in terms of car safety, and it is, what if my car dies and I'm all by myself? The Jump Starter car accessories little kit here, it is a combo, which means that I can get myself going again without waiting for a stranger. Let me show you more about it up close. And yes, I've used mine more than once. Let's talk about the compressor part first. It has several attachments, and I use it for my car tires, but I also use it for my air mattress, bike tires, anything that you have that might need inflated and a little extra boost when you're on the road. In terms of the jumper cables, you'll see them here. This just connects to the end, and when you're fully charged, you get lights, and you connect it to your car. You do need to let it sit and charge for a little bit while it's connected before you try to start your car. I have had a tendency occasionally to leave lights on in my car, which over a long period of time drains the battery, so this has come in very handy indeed, especially when I'm camping. So where I used to be kind of scared of something like this happening, now I just think, okay, it's annoying, but it's certainly not dangerous anymore. And that really is my goal about so many safety concerns, is that I want you to be prepared so that you're not scared. And by the way, all the links and the details are below if anything that I share with you here today might be helpful to you. Number 2 is the car escape tool. It's a seatbelt cutter, and it's also a window breaker. This is my worst case scenario tool, because if you ever need it, you're going to need it right away. A stuck seatbelt or a jammed door should not be the end of the story. So you want to keep it where your hand naturally lands, where you can easily grab it. I keep mine in my driver door pocket, and this is the one that I use. It has the seatbelt cutter on the one end, it has the glass breaker here, a couple different flashlight options, and then it can hang as well. It fits really nicely in my driver's side door. I'll tell you something else, friends. While this would definitely be helpful, and I feel so much more secure knowing that I have this, there's something else that I keep with me in that door for all kinds of safety reasons. But it is having a really good pocket knife. So this is a multi-use tool. It definitely has a very sharp blade on it. I also keep it right there in that door if I would ever need it. It definitely would cut the seatbelt. If for some reason this is not working, I have a backup plan, because that's just something you don't want to mess with, right? So get yourself a really good pocket knife, some sort of multi-use tool like this one. But honestly, I think having both things just gives me more peace of mind. So I want that same confidence for you, because if safety fears are what is holding you back from going solo, then I have a super simple road trip safety guide, totally free. It's right here. It's the exact checklist that I use before every trip. It's got all kinds of ideas about things far more than we're talking about here today. So click the link here. It will help you feel confident before you ever leave the driveway. And speaking of life-saving tools, you're either holding one, or I promise you it's very close by. Let's talk about your phone. Your phone can call for help even if you can't speak, but only if you set it up properly. So do you have emergency SOS, emergency contacts, medical ID, and location sharing all set up on your phone already? If you don't, you absolutely need to do this before you go anywhere by yourself, really, but especially on a solo road trip. If you don't know how to do this, it is a bit of a process, but it is so worth it. Some of it's super simple and quick, and some of it might take a little bit longer. But please, please do it. Whether you have an Apple phone or whether you have an Android, it does all the same things. So I do have a whole video called 3 phone tips that can save your life. And in that video, I show you exactly how to set all of the things up. I'll link it here so that you can find it easily and take your time going through it so that you get it all exactly right for yourself. When you are on your own, when you are out at night by yourself, you really can have so much more peace of mind when you carry your phone with you. So you've probably seen this screen before on your phone, whether you did it by accident or on purpose, and the video that I was telling you about explains all of this in great detail so that you know how to set up the things behind this, your medical ID, and all of the SOS information. It is vital that you do this before you get out on the road. It could totally save your life if you're in a situation where you have an accident, you're not able to speak for yourself, and somebody can help figure out who you are and what you need as quickly as possible and alert the people who love you the most. Okay, let's change tactics just a little bit here and talk about what I call your top secret stash and how to keep it safe. So something that I think a good bit about before I leave home are the things that I want to protect at all costs when I leave my car. So the things I'm leaving behind when I go for a hike, or if I'm camping and I'm out for part of the day or whatever. You're not going to carry all those items with you. You're not going to carry all your cash with you. You're not going to carry a backup credit card with you. These are things that I want to keep safe and out of sight. And I actually may never need them on the trip, but I don't want anybody else to find them either. So how do you do that when you're in a car? So there are little portable safes or anti-theft bags and boxes that you can buy that you can then secure somewhere out of sight in your car, and then you just don't have to think about it. So this is what mine looks like. It's just the most simple looking black bag. It is slash proof. It has a combination lock on it, and it has a very loud, very tough Velcro, sorry, but you can just connect it around something in your car so no one can walk away with it. And I keep things like my extra car key in here. I also keep a bunch of extra cash because I don't like walking around with a ton of cash. I keep a spare credit card. Anything that is a backup or a lot of something that I don't feel comfortable walking around with stays safely in my car lockbox. And most trips, to be honest, I never even have to get into it, but I know it's there if I need it. And no one else is going to find it. There are so many different kinds of these, so I'll put a few links in the description and you find one that works for you, but definitely get something where you can put away your secret stash. So you should always carry some sort of personal safety alarm when you are traveling. I personally really like the birdie alarm. It's just this cute little guy. It comes in so many different colors. I wear it typically on a lanyard around my neck, and then if you have some sort of emergent situation where you need to make a lot of noise to scare an animal away or a person away, you just pull down hard on this. It's really not that hard. You pull down and it emits a very loud shrieking sound, and this lights up and starts flashing as well, a very bright light. I'll spare you for now. So when I'm on a road trip, I add this to my lanyard along with my car key, and I also add a little portable pepper spray. Wear those around my neck or keep them close by me when I'm camping at night or even in a hotel. It just gives me a lot of peace and security that those are there. So get yourself a birdie whistle and pick out the color that you like best. Okay, this thing is something that I didn't do for the longest time. I just never really thought about it. And in the end, it cost me a lot of time, peace of mind, but now I got it, and it's this. And no, not the backpack, although I do love this backpack. It's what's in the backpack. So hidden here in this backpack is this little tiny space for an Apple AirTag. I never thought about this before until I was purchasing this backpack for traveling, and I found that it had a space for one, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's brilliant. Why don't I even use these in general? So, life changer. And this little tag works just like your phone works with Find My iPhone. So it's a tracker, it's a location tracker. You can put it anywhere you want, and then on your phone you can find where your particular item is located. So I keep one in that backpack. I also keep one in my day pack, so that when I'm hiking, in case I leave it behind somehow or somebody takes it or whatever, I can find it. I leave one in my car, hidden in my car, so that if my car is missing when I get back from hiking, then I can easily find out where it is just by looking at my phone. Also, brilliantly, you can now buy dog collar attachments where you can pop this into your dog's collar. So if your dog is a runner or a wanderer, you can figure out where your dog is, which can be just, I think, really helpful and a lot of peace of mind when you're traveling. It can be absolutely terrifying if your dog is missing. I had that experience once on a ranch, and I have a dog that is not a runner, and it was this, thousands and thousands of acres ranch with lots of wild animals, and I just kind of panicked, and I really wish she had an AirTag and I wouldn't have freaked out so badly. Okay, so you can call this sort of a bonus security tip, and I know it doesn't apply to everyone, but if you do travel with your dog, then they're basically a furry security system that's built right in. Even if they're a tiny little thing, they probably will at least alert people. And most people don't want to mess with people who have dogs. You just never know what they're going to do if you're the other person, and that's a good thing. So feeding your dog on the road can become a big thing because it does require taking a lot of food if you're going to be gone a long time. Depending on what they eat, it can get messy. So Lexi's always been on a raw diet. She's always eaten BJ's raw dog food, which she loves, and we will never change from that. But it was a lot to take on the road. And then I discovered that they came out with a freeze-dried version. So let the angels sing, because this has been such a game changer for us. BJ's raw pet food freeze-dried. This is the premium mix. This is about 4 days of dog food in this little bag. It weighs almost nothing. And so I take several of these bags with me. I mix it up with a little bit of water or chicken broth, and she is good to go. It tastes exactly like our normal dog food because it is the same thing. It's just freeze-dried. So I love that. If you have any interest in feeding your dog better and having an easier way to feed your dog on the road, please check it out. I'll put the link right here for you, and also it's in the description below. You get 25% off your order, and they ship all over the US. So please check them out. They are just absolutely a huge favorite in my household. As you can see here, Lexi absolutely loves it. So as I said in the beginning of the video, it is my mission to equip and inspire women to seek freedom and wonder as they pursue solo road tripping. I hope this has helped you take one more step towards reaching that end. If you're getting started, start with that super simple road trip safety guide that I told you about, just so you can breathe a little easier before your next adventure. So if you're ready to keep building your confidence, then watch this video right here, 6 things every solo woman road tripper needs. Or you can jump into the Solo Road Trip Essentials playlist, where I have a whole bunch of videos and I'm still adding to it that will help you plan your whole adventure. If you've gotten some value out of this today, then why not subscribe to the channel? Lexi and I would love to have you along for the ride, and we hope to see you on the road.